Yes, wealthy, grateful, rising, Boss Moms Club Radio. Listen, I don't know what number episode this is, and maybe 11 or 12. I got to figure that out. But whatever it is, it's another one. Okay, DJ Khaled, another one, period. I am Boss Mom Z Lovely with my host, my co-host,
Big Mama Jen. Or
and Big
yeah, on
Mama,
some days, bad girl.
bad gal, Big Mama. It depends how she feeling, I guess, right? I love it.
I'm
I
gonna be
love
Big
it.
Mama
Multiple
Jen
names.
with this robe on today. I'm gonna be Big Mama Jen.
Oh, with that robe on, I'm crying with the robe. All right, Big Mama Jen it is. We'll go with it. So, we already got our lovely, supportive, always here for us audience. All right, the Boss Mom Club audience, Miss Ash, Jenny from the block, Queen Tiza, they already here because you want to hear their input. I know y'all, some of y'all come on here just to hear what they gonna say. I already know because they got their own audiences. So listen, everybody's here. We about to get started with Bawsey Tater. I don't know where Bawsey Tater's at. We gotta find out where Bawsey Tater's at. I don't know where Bawsey Tater is. That's our other host that we missing. We gotta find out where Bawsey Tater is. Right? I know she been working and doing some stuff, but I know y'all miss her too. So we gonna make sure she's good. So, but today we're gonna talk about keeping it bossy, right? Like we got that when the show come on that says stay bossy, right? Keep it bossy. We show you how. Like, what does that mean, right? We got a hashtag stay bossy. Boss Moms Club, being a boss mom. What is that? What does being a boss mean, right? And then you see how we spell it, right? It's not just BOSS. We took it, we BAWSE, boss. All right, big boss. Like we boss moms. And you gotta always boss up. And sometimes you hear people say that, and you might not know what it means. So we're going to break that down today. We're going to share what that means today, what that means for you, why it's vital for you to live the life that you desire, right? To stay bossy is vital, right? That means what that mean? Go ahead. You was about to say something?
Well, I was about to say, I know you had shared a clip with me of this girl talking about something like that, saying something about what you desire. I don't know where it's at, but I was gonna say if you have it in your files, definitely share what she was saying about what you desire is for you. Like obviously you desire that for I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you thinking it, if you already having the thoughts about it, that means it's for you. That's why you're thinking about it. And a lot of people you might not feel, you might talk yourself out, oh, well, I don't really need that. It's not. I remember talking myself out of stuff. And why was I talking myself out of stuff? Because of the environment I was in. Everybody was comfortable settling. So I was like, so that's part of bossing up. I had to boss up and be like, you know what? No, they comfortable settling. I need to get out of this because I'm not comfortable with what they comfortable with. So I need to move out of this. And it might be uncomfortable at first, but I got to break out of that comfort because I'm not comfortable there. So you got to be uncomfortable being uncomfortable to get to being the real comfortable that you want. But you sitting there settling when there's more that you want, you can have more. You deserve to have more. So she was saying when you have these thoughts, that means that you're supposed to have it. So if you talk yourself out of having it and you thought it and you felt it though, right? Because remember that, but feeling is a secret. When you feel it, like you ever like thought of something that you really felt it just from thinking, like you felt like it was it, like you like, oh my goodness. When you feel that you really supposed to have that. You don't let nobody talk you out of that. I don't care what they say. You like, nah, I'm supposed to have this. I'm getting this. And then you start doing the things that you want to do. Because and Toni Jones in one of her affirmation songs, she says it, right? Like desires are your desires are the manifesting actions. I might be saying it wrong. They give you the manifesting actions to go get what you want. Right? That's what your desire does. That's pretty much the gist of what it's. You saw that? Me now? Mommy. It had muted me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, look, they over here. Hey, somebody was calling. I don't know who that was. So they ain't want me to tell you about desires so y'all can understand. Desires is what gives you those manifest the actions that you're gonna take for it to manifest, for it to become real. Because you can wish and hope all day. That's not how it works though. See, the desires is what's gonna keep giving you the thoughts of what you want. And when you keep thinking about what you want, you're gonna take action. You're gonna start seeing things that's gonna help you. I did put it on do not disturb, Jenny. I definitely did something. It's not even working. It's crazy. What's going on here? Normally it works. I don't know how that happened. So that's part of being bossy, realizing that and knowing that you gotta think a certain way, that you have to do things a certain way so you can get what you want. That you can't just wish it and think it, that you can't. And then another part of it is this. Look at this. Look at this. Tyler over here, 2 years old, right? When you got young kids, right? It's easy to use them as an excuse, but being bossy is all right. I'm gonna do this how I gotta do this with them. Instead of being like, oh, I can't do it because of them. No, being bossy is like figuring it out. If you got to make phone calls that you don't want to make to get somebody to watch them, like the kid's not at home for them watching them, but maybe you just don't like to ask for help. You feel like you're asking for help and you know these people, they will watch them for you. Make the call. It's not about your feelings. It's not about your feelings. It's about bossing up. This is what I need done so I can do this. If nobody watches them for this time period, I can't do this to make this and that happen. I got a whole plan. Being bossy is having your plan and doing not doing what you feel like doing what needs to be done so your plan can happen so you can do what you feel like doing. Right? That's a lot of times a problem too with people not being able to stay bossy and bossing up because you want to do what you feel like doing right now. Meanwhile, your life is nothing how you want right now. Right, Ginger? You right? Like your life is nothing how you want right now, but you want to feel good and do things right now. No, how do you really want to feel? How do you really want to live? So right now you got to do things that you don't feel like doing, but that's gonna get you, safely, no harm done, no nothing illegal. That's gonna get you where you need to go. So then you could do the stuff that you really feel like doing all the time. That's the part that people. So that's bossing up. Like I don't feel like doing this. Like working out. Right. A lot of people want to work out. They want to talk about eating healthy, this and that. Ginger, go ahead. Look, you look like you want to say something about this.
I mean, it's just the obvious, like, majority of people, we, all the people on this call, like our mindset is at a level of knowing that majority of people think the same, and we're the other percent that think a certain way. So majority of people do know what their problems are or their situations are, but most of them don't they're not very open to changing it, or they're not even that they're not open. They do want to change, but they think it's something that has to come to them. They don't realize it's them taking action. You know what I'm saying? They complain more than take action, or their awareness is not that open because they don't realize, like, I can do something about this now, not just, majority of this mindset is the same. And
yeah, staying bossy. That's what I'm saying. That's part of being bossy. You're not being bossy then. You looking for things to blame instead of looking for accountability. Like, no, let me take charge and control of this. But a lot of the times, see, that's why that's even bigger. Just not bossy. Just no. Because you want to sit here and say that, oh, I'm an adult. Nobody tell me what to do. But in order for things to happen, somebody has to tell you what to do. You don't tell yourself what to do. You think that you tell yourself what to do because when nobody's telling you what to do, you do lazy things, lazy actions. Nothing productive to get you out of the cycle that you complain about, right? One of your actions is actually going and complaining to people, right? You look for other people to complain with, right? So you don't even take any productive action during those times because nobody's telling you what to do. But if you have somebody tell you what to do during those times, I bet you'll be doing it. That's why when people say, like, as moms, like, oh, oh, I can't, I don't know, I don't have time to work out. I don't have time to eat right. I don't have time to learn how to trade. Like, yes, you do. You do have time to do it because if you have time to do, I bet you if we sit there, just like when I used to personally train people, if I sit there and break down your schedule, your time, there's times that you can be working out, that you're doing something else that's not part of your goals, that's not helping you with anything, that you may need to sacrifice right now. Yes, sacrifice. People don't like the word sacrifice. Well, you got to sacrifice stuff in life. That's part of life. So if you want certain goals and you're looking to make time in your schedule, because that's what you have to do. We have to make time. So you got to look at your schedule and make time. Okay, where can I? All right, this matter of fact, I don't even need to do this right now. Let me get rid of this. Because when you want to do something bad, right? When you want to act bad, you make time for something. When you want to act bad, it wasn't even planned. You make
Oh,
time
God.
for it.
It's an act bad, some of y'all.
You make time for stuff that you ain't have planned. They be like, come on, let's go, let's go. You make time for it. You knew. She said, I knew that was coming. You make time for it. You find somebody to babysit real quick. All that, like, hold on. When it was time to go make money, time for you to learn how to trade, you couldn't boss up to do that, but you boss up to go to a party. That's not helping you or your kids. Ain't nobody saying you can't party, but do definitely acting bad for my birthday, right? Listen, I'm acting bad. My birthday coming up July 4th. I'm acting bad, right? Because we already celebrated Freedom Day, June 19th. So July 4th is just straight D-Lovely Day. I don't know about no other day on July 4th. We already celebrated Freedom Day, June 19th. All right, so Juneteenth, right? I'm acting bad, right? But I'm doing work majority of my days. Majority, like some of y'all acting bad all the time. Like you're overindulging in acting bad. You're not getting things done so that way you could be living how you want, so you can act bad. Oh, hey, listen, I'm good. I can act bad. And that's why it's like almost a trick when y'all see people who act bad, that's famous, celebrities and stuff. They already good. They can act bad. You just sing the song and imagine when you get there to act bad. Don't do it right now. Right? Don't, like that's real advice. Like, don't do it now. Don't do it this summer. You're not lit. You're not lit. You don't own nothing. You don't control nothing. Because we even gonna talk about ownership and stuff. You don't control nothing. Because you might not want to own it, but you definitely want to control it. Be in full control. That's a whole nother topic. Right? We'll get some experts on here to talk about that. However, if you ain't controlling nothing, you don't need to be acting bad this summer. Just listen to the song and vision when you're going to be acting bad because of the work you're doing now. So next summer, you act bad. Sure, by the one thing you can act bad if you stay focused and do what you got to do. Stay right. So boss up. Like, let me boss up now. And I know it's summertime and it's lit and everybody outside, but I'm not going to be outside because if I'm not outside the way I really want to be outside, it don't even make no sense for me to keep going outside. And I'm not out there the way I really want to be out there. Like, I really want to splurge like this. I really want to do these type of things. No, boss up and get it done. Right? Get what done, D-Lovely? What are you talking about? Get what done? Get to 100K a year first, then a month. If you're already at a year, get to it a month. This is necessary. Get to it to the point where you're not working for it. It's coming in passively by itself. Get to that. Then, how you gonna be outside then? Matter of fact, do you have a question that's something similar to that? Because when you boss up, this is how you boss up for real. This is what Boss Moms Club is about. Bossing up for real. Like, we're gonna boss you up mentally, financially, even physically. Because if you see me, I got my workout things on. I worked out before we had to get on this call. I ain't have time to change. Don't worry, I don't think I smoke it because I eat fruits, a lot of fruits.
Thank God we on the computer, right? No, I'm joking. But no, my question was I'm playing. She says I don't think. But no, I don't know if you're talking about the question as far as what luxury are you looking to have access to? Because that's the whole topic. Like, and it from my rise coffee that I drink, my mushroom coffee, it sends me like notifications and it asks some really good questions. And that was a question I asked: what luxury do you have that you have access to? It could be this phone, the thing that you're typing on. And I mean, that's not the only luxury. I thought about it. The things that I started doing recently, working on business wise and stuff like that, is because I said, dang, I got all these resources around me, right? I have to make sure I'm getting the results, So like things I started maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, stuff like that. I just started making sure that I was taking actions to get results from it. So I'm like, I don't have no excuse. I don't have no excuse to not get results from something or to change my finances, my environment, things like that. Cause I'm like, I got a lot of resources. Like, those are some luxuries I have. Those are things that can produce me money. Like I have enough resources to produce me money. You know, I told myself I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm on maternity leave. I'm not going back to work. Like, and I made that happen. And I did it. I didn't, you know, in the beginning I felt a little, then I'm like, no. If I keep my mind saying, like, listen, I'm not going back. I'm working on these things for a reason. I don't have no thought about it. Like I didn't even realize when my maternity leave was over because I was so focused on doing A, B, and C. You know what I'm saying? So I just was selling
That's
myself
bossing
so
up.
many excuses. Okay, girl.
Yeah, that's bossing up. Like, all right, I know what I want to happen. I'm gonna make it happen. I was asking about the luxury part. Yeah, the luxury. Yeah,
What do
because
you
I
have?
was saying,
That's a luxury.
right, because I was saying, like, what are you doing now? You know, being a mom, if you're an entrepreneur, want to be an entrepreneur, you know, want to work for yourself, still be, you know, because you already know being a mom is a full-time job. What are you doing now to be able to start giving yourself that luxury life that you deserve, what you desire, right? Because you can start little by little. And each thing is going to give you more motivation, inspiration to keep pushing to get the whole big picture that you see, that we already told you to envision. The things you sacrifice now benefit your future self. It says exactly. So sometimes you got to sacrifice something now so you could be able to get what you want. As I'm saying, maybe you got to sacrifice going outside. When somebody say, don't feel like, I've heard people say like, oh, yeah, but every weekend something come up, somebody having a barbecue, somebody having a baby shower. You know you don't gotta go. Like, and if anybody really feels a way about you not going because you're like, this is the only time that I get when I'm not at work to really just focus on me and do something else I can get out the cycle. And then I promise, like, I'll be at everything. I'll be there with bigger gifts, bigger, you know, like even more thoughtful gifts because I don't gotta worry about a price. I can really just get what I want for you. Right? Like the price doesn't matter. Not saying that it's always gonna be expensive, but like whereas now you may be looking at stuff at a certain price range, so it's limited what you're seeing versus just being able to be like, nah, this I know they like this, oh I can go get this. Right. So I gotta miss this baby shower, I gotta miss this, I gotta miss that. Right. So if you only have the weekends to work on yourself, to work on the skills, so to get you to that next money level, right? Bossing up, that's part of bossing up, all right? I'm a boss up. And then a community like this, we're gonna help you get there. Listen, I'm already fully there. I'll be not wanting to do nothing. I don't want to celebrate my own birthday. Like, no, I gotta, right? Cause I got a real big, I got a real big vision. Right? Last year, my birthday, what I did, I had a launch party on my birthday for my business. Right? I didn't have a birthday party. I had a launch party. Like, come, I launched my business. Like, so I'm already extreme with it, so I can help you. I'm not gonna push you to be extreme. I'm push you to where you could start, so it's not too much, right? Get you out of it. But if you're ready to go extreme, go extreme. Like me, I'm just extreme. I want to be extreme because I want certain things to happen, right? But then I still have fun though. Don't get it twisted, because when we go away and do business stuff, we still have fun,
So
right?
let's
But
body like that question, what luxury are you lucky to have access to? I don't know if I use lucky, but what luxury are you, you know, grateful to have access to?
have access to now, right?
Yeah, I know y'all all have great environments. What's that
Better.
luxury are y'all grateful to have access to? And then we'll go forward.
I know a luxury that I'm grateful to have access to is traveling, because I remember when I used to think that I couldn't travel, that it would always be too much. Like for real, like I thought that like I just would never be able to travel. And now it just be regular. Now it's like easy, even with my kids, like it's easy. So
So
that's a
boom,
lot. And
I'm
some
sorry.
people I think that too. That's why they haven't traveled. I think they think it's a lot.
So I'm gonna read the
And
comment. Queen Jenny said, leadership. Caesar said, clean water in my home, a home period, travel, new relationships. Queen Jenny said, having a platform where I can learn and make money. So one of the things I bought, those are really great because if you think about it, like people don't, like I said, they be clueless. They complain about stuff, but they don't have sometimes they don't have the resources or things to put them there. But one thing I do want to mention on is Caesar said, clean water in my home, right? That is something that we kind of sometimes take for granted. I'm not gonna lie, because this kind of goes a little bit into what my topic is about, but it's a place no one wants to end up, but jail, sometimes they have issues with having clean water. It was a show I was watching. I don't know if you want me to go for it, but it's a show I was watching, and it's called 60 Days, and I happened to end up watching it. It's an old show, like probably 3 years ago, but because my boyfriend said something about it, and it seemed interesting. Like, why would people want to do that? Basically, innocent people, they put them in a jail. They put them in a jail for 60 days, and they gotta see how it is in there. Like they all went for their reasons, but the point is, the sheriff of the jail is trying to have a program that way he can make his jails better. Right. So it's innocent people who go in and they experience this. They all have their reasons for going. One was a police officer. She wanted to know the other side of the jail system. The other one was like a criminal justice student. He wanted to know like things to help their job or things because they had a husband who was locked up and like different reasons why they went in. And one of the episodes, they had a big problem in the jail where for about 48, 72 hours, these inmates didn't have any water. Like they didn't have any water. And it was really crazy. Like it was really crazy. And it's like, yeah, it's jail. That's somewhere you don't want to be. But at the same time, some people are in there because they did do crimes, but they shouldn't be treated like, well, you don't get water, you don't get food and things like that, and saying having clean water is a luxury. Like, it's like, yeah, because in there they have nothing. Like, you just have to wait for these people to decide if they want to give you food, give you water. If you got medical issues, they don't help you. Like, some of them was what do you call it, law enforcement that went in there, and they changed their mind. Somebody was about to be a detective. He went into the jail after 60 days. He said, I no longer want to do that. He was like, I no longer want to do that because he see how it is in there. And like, he's like, it's a big issue. Like, that has to be changed. Like, it's really crazy. But my topic was 7 inmates graduated from Yale in jail. They was in jail and they put them in a program and they graduated. That was from the wealth page on Instagram. Yeah, she said she's seen that. And the comments, y'all know we have mindset in the comments segment. The comments on that, when I read it, I thought that people would be like, you know what, that's good for them. They're going to come out and they're not going to be the same individual, or they're making a change in life. No, the comments was so angry. People were like, oh, I'm busting my butt putting my child through school and they get a free ride. So that's what it takes. I need to go to jail to get a Yale degree. Oh, this is where my tax dollars is going. Oh, they're criminals. Why would you give them that opportunity? I'm like, that's really crazy. I thought it was a great idea. They're getting a change. Because remember, even though you gave them the opportunity, they still had to do the work to graduate. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like you just handed them a degree. They still had to study. They still had to pass to get the degree. So it's like, that's a great thing. Like, what do you want? Because remember, jails, you shouldn't just house, not to go deep into the jail system, but jail, you shouldn't just house people. Some people don't need to be there. They need to be in rehab. They need to be in educational places. They need to be in mental health, like not just in a cage and nothing's being happened. So a jail doing that, that's really good. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, one of the people that was in the show was like there for prison reform. And I think that's amazing. Like, how could you be mad about that? But Jenny, please go ahead, because she said, I've seen that.
No. I did see that post and stuff like that. And it's really awesome because even though like you've done something wrong, you're in there for a reason. So you have so much time to sit back and reflect on your life and what can you do to move forward, and some of these people also go in young, they could, like, I know someone who got locked up when he was young, right? He just hung out with the wrong person, okay? And he winded up doing time, but he took it upon himself because they do have resources in there to where it's either like you choose to stay in trouble or you choose to do great. So when you come out, you're going to be like you're not slipping, you know? And he winded up learning law, getting himself out of jail early, okay? And crazy degrees. So like I'm all for growth.
Exactly. Like for people to be upset at that is crazy. Those are people who they don't boss up, right? Because those people in jail boss up. The people who made the program bossed up. Because like you said, we need people who you're not just here to just sit in jail, be in a cage. Like you need to learn to, maybe you didn't have certain tools and resources, like Jenny just said. People went there young, the environment they was around, they just didn't have certain resources. So now, all right, you in here, like you said, Ginger, we not just gonna give this to you. Oh, now, oh, you in jail here, you're a Yale graduate. No, we're gonna make you do the work. You still got to do. They still had to do the work. You're home free, and you're not doing whatever work you need to do because you're busy complaining about people in jail instead of doing what you can do. That's part of bossing up, not complaining about stuff that you have no control over. You complaining about them in jail has nothing to do with what the things that you want in your life that you need to boss up and take whatever action steps you need to do to make happen. Right? Maybe you need to do something so that way it's easier for you to pay for your child's education, but you don't want to do it. You want to keep doing the same thing and complaining. So every time you have downtime, you want to watch whatever shows or do whatever. You don't want to say, you know what? I'm going to get out this cycle. And if I got to take these 2 hours, the only 2 hours that I have every day to focus on some type of skill that's going to bring me in more money faster at an accelerated pace so I can get ahead, that's what I got to do. But no, you rather not boss up and complain about people that made a mistake, went to jail, got the opportunity. Okay, got the opportunity to be a part of a program, took advantage of it, didn't take it for granted. They took advantage of it because there's a difference. They didn't take it for granted. Oh, I'm in jail, so yeah, they're gonna give me these programs and I'm just gonna pass. No, they had to do the work. They did the work. That's bossing up. They bossed up. I love that story. The people who made the program and the people who took advantage of it. So everybody else who's mad, go boss up and stop complaining about other people. That's my message to you. Cut it out.
Right. That's the comment I wrote. I said, don't be mad at this. Get inspired and find a way to make passive or more money so you don't have to work nonstop. Sorry to hear that. Let's change that. Like I literally comment that to the person. And it's like you saying, oh, we got to go to jail to get that. No, you wouldn't want to go to jail for that opportunity when you're free. You could do that opportunity on your own. Unfortunately, their mindset put them there.
And maybe you asking that question, you do gotta go to jail. Maybe you do because sometimes y'all need forced awareness. Because you don't want to be aware when you free to be aware, when you free to just by yourself, be aware. Just sit down, be aware, turn some distractions off, and just be aware of self. Right? A lot of y'all not aware until you're forced to. So some of these people, they might have been free before and they weren't aware. And now they got to jail and they were forced to be aware. Like, hold on. They got to be in a forced situation. So they would probably tell you, no, don't put yourself in a forced situation to do this. Do what you got to do out there. Get it paid for, get scholarship, whatever you got to do. Right? Boss up out there when you're free. Right? You said you want to, people love to claim, I'm free, I'm this, I'm free, I'm American, I'm free. Whatever. Meanwhile, you're not free because you don't think for yourself. People got to tell you what to do for you to do it. You don't do stuff on your own. You don't make that happen. If you can't make money on your own, like if you don't have something that you could do and you got to go to work and somebody got to tell you what to do all the time, then you don't think on your own as much as you think you do. You think about what they want you to think about, period. So you're not free, especially if you doing all that and you keep doing it and you complain. You're not bossy. You're not keeping it bossy. You're not staying bossy. Bossing up. Let me figure this thing out. That way, if this don't work, I'm still good. Me and my kids are still good, no matter what. Boss Moms Club, another reason we're here. Stop. Show you exactly how to do that.
Yes, and that's great. I don't know if anyone wants to say something, let me know. Also, as far as resources, that's the whole point of Boss Moms Club. I know there's other, Eminence, Crown, Grateful, Chat, like these are resources, and these are environments. That's the word. These are environments where you can grow, where you can receive something to make yourself a better person, give yourself a better situation. You know what I'm saying? So I was thinking one day, I had wrote in my notes, I was like, you know how people go to HRA and they HRA, if y'all don't know, that's human resources, that's public assistance, whatever you want to call it. You know how people go there and we get social services because you need assistance for whatever reason, right? And one thing about them, they ask for information, right? The information is to prove you're poor enough to get these services. Like, and I'm not even being funny, because I receive public assistance for whatever reasons, but I always said to myself, I didn't want to do it.
Who wants to prove they're poor? Oh Lord.
Do it, but I did it.
You can do it in a smart way, like the I ain't
Huh?
gonna say no. There's a smart way to do it though.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. I said I utilize it to my benefit, but not to the, I always say to myself, like, this is not something I want to continue doing. I'm just doing it for now, but I'm working my way getting out of this. Like, that's literally what I said, Jenny. That's literally what I said. So the same way you gotta prove that, I started saying, you know what? I'm going to direct people to the right resources, the right services. We're going to be the wealth HRA. You know what I'm saying? Because HRA is supposed to direct you to services. Oh, well, you can do this, or you can get help with your rent, or you can get help with money. You could get what do they call the money you just get one time, the one-shot deal, like things like that. They give you things. So, I mean, it is set up for you to utilize it and then get on your feet, and, not just to be 25 years in and you've been on, but whatever, it doesn't matter. That's whatever reason, because we do be on it. But this is the wealth HRA. All right. The same way you have to qualify to assistance, meaning you have to be broke enough, poor enough to get these services, is the same way you have to qualify to get wealth services. Okay. What's your mindset? Not what's your income, not your household, not how much you pay for rent, none of that. But what is your mindset on income? Right? What's your mindset on how you want your household to be on rent, even if you want to pay rent? You feel me? You qualify for the wealth HRA by having goals, which are growth goals. Okay, so that's the difference. And that's what I had told myself. Like, it ain't just public assistance office for food stamps, but it's wealth public assistance. So that was my idea.
Nah, I love that. Yeah, I love that, because we want to elevate people. We want to hold people to a standard of excellence. And the only way you can do that is by providing things that show that. A lot of these programs, a lot of stuff that's out here, don't put people in a position to boss up. It keeps them in a position to stay dependent on the services. And be okay with standing on line for pantry foods, and being okay, every week doing that, instead of positioning yourself to be like, no, I'll get the groceries that I want, when I want, how I want. Right? No matter the age, but it's just nothing there to show people how to boss up, how to use their mind. Everything start with mindset. Everything. That's what being bossy is, where you want to take control of your mindset. Just like when I was working out. When I'm working out, right? When I first started working out a few weeks back, or a few months back now, I hadn't worked out in a while. Like, I'm a personal trainer. I done trained other people. I done had my daughter. Like, I wasn't working out at all how I was. So when I started back, it was already challenging, right? Like when I felt like with stuff what I could do before mad easy, I'm already dying and at the 5th rep. Like, oh my gosh, right? Like, so I'm like, but it's mental though. Like, I gotta push myself. Like, or even with the eating, right? When you working out, eating is the most vital part. I always tell people this. Like, even if you feel like, oh, I don't have the energy to work out, just start eating right. If you just start eliminating certain things and eating right, you will start to notice the difference in your energy and in your body. The eating with your like, you'll be like, oh, my stomach went down. Like, but your mindset when you're eating. See, a lot of times with the mindset with the eating, people worried about, oh, I can't eat this, I can't eat that, instead of focus on what you can eat. So I'm focused on what you can't eat, focus on what you can eat. How do you focus on what you can do, right? How do you take control of your mindset for that? Listen, I really want my stomach flat. I want my stomach flat. So now you focus on everything what's the stuff that helps my stomach be flat? Not, oh, what's the stuff I can't eat because it's gonna, no, you don't think about that, because then you won't want to eat all that stuff. What's the stuff I can eat so my stomach could be flat? And you only think about that stuff. You get the paper. What's the stuff I can eat? Right? You think about, you got to think positive. So that way it's not a negative experience where you feel like you're taking stuff, oh, I can't. Right? So it's all your mindset, how you going to do it. It's all your mindset. I want to washable abs. I will have it law. Exactly. So when you eat, you like, are these washable abs foods? Oh yeah, these is washable abs foods. I can eat this. I can eat that. That's washable abs food. Right? Like I used to always say that when I was showing food that I'm like, oh, this is that ab food. This food that's good for your abs. Right? Because the abs is real little muscles. So you got to get rid of all that fat. Them muscles is tiny. The tiniest muscles. You can work them out all day and not show them if you ain't eating right. Right? So anyway, that's part of bossing up though. Taking control of your mindset. That's the work. A lot of times people think the work is a physical stuff. That stuff is easy. Like if you really just tell you exactly what to do to make the money and this and that, like that's the easy part. It's the mental part that taking control of when you're like, oh, I don't feel like it. You don't be feeling like going to work, but you still push yourself to go. So that already shows you that you have what it takes to boss up. You still get up like, all right, I gotta go to work. I know I don't feel like it. This is the last time I can push this alarm. If I don't get up now, I'm missing that train. I'm missing that bus. We know you got it in you. You know how to boss up because you boss up when you're being told to boss up. When you're being forced to boss up, you got to, your goals, your desires have to force you to boss up on the things that you tell yourself to do to get to where you want to live, how you want to live, how you want your life to be. You got to boss up on yourself. You got to write your own rules. It's just like trading, right? We learn in trading. You got to write a trading plan and follow that plan, right? That plan is going to lead you to a result that you want. So when you're doing the plan, you're not in the plan thinking like of the stuff you can't do. All right, what's the things I can do to stick to my plan? What can I do to stick to my plan? You're affirming the positive, not, oh, I can't do that because that don't go in my plan. Oh, I can't do that. Every time you think you can't, you ain't going to want to do it. You think you can't. So to boss up, but that you got to give yourself a plan and think of all the stuff. All right, what can I do to stick to my plan, especially as a mom? Not, oh, I ain't gonna be able to do that because the kids. Oh, I'm gonna have the kids. All right, what can I do with the baby? What can I do with my toddler? What can I do with my children? What can I do? What can I say to them so I can get this done? And whatever you got to do it. That is the mindset part. So to boss up, the work is taking control of your mind, of how you're talking to yourself. Boss Moms Club, we help you with that. We show you how to take control of your mind, how to talk to yourself the right way. Because everything starts with that. Your finances start with that. Your mental start with that. Your physical start with that. Your spiritual, everything starts with that. And she said, also, your kids can also help you. Yeah, your kids can definitely help you. Jenny, you want to say something about that?
Yeah, I really do, because again, it has to do with your mindset. Like you have to change your mindset to when you want to do something and you always felt like you couldn't, you have to really reprogram your mind to be like, I can do this, and then not make any excuses. Like I made so many excuses before, and my little one is 6. This girl blew my mind to the point, like I felt I was against the wall. Okay. I felt like she like pulled me and held me against the wall. And I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe she just said that to me. And she was just like, Mom, I really want to move to Florida. I said, well, I'm just waiting on the money right now, like I got to get this money or whatever. And she's just like, well, what do you need? And I said, well, and then she's talking about like the business or whatever. She was like, well, let's go right now. Let's go get people to come to your business right now. And I was just like, it's so like, it's us that stop us from doing so much. But even so, like when you speak with your kids, like your kids can really help you to really be in that childlike mind, to not have excuses and just go get it done. But yeah.
Absolutely. They have no fear. I know that though. Grace, I know she don't got no fear, all right, in her. All right. She is ready. She definitely is one of those kids who can help you because she knows, she understands, and she don't have fear, right? Kids don't have a fear of somebody telling them no or anything like that. So when it's time for them to go get it, they're not even thinking like that. So it's just effortless. right? Like you see them moving effortless. There's no effort with it because they just like, they know what the goal is. So I'm just doing actions. I'm taking actions, right? They just automatically boss up. I'm taking actions that's going to get me closer to my goal. And that's all I'm focused on. If I don't take these actions, I don't get closer to my goal. So all I'm focused on is taking the actions. And that's amazing. Exactly. We want to get as close to being childlike as possible. Like, imagine like if you didn't think about, imagine the stuff you think about before you talk to somebody that you don't know. Imagine if you didn't think that, how much easier it would be, right? Like the thinking is getting in the way. Imagine if you didn't think that. So it's the actions, right? Like the kids are not, they definitely can help you. My son helps me, right? My 11-year-old, right? No fear. They don't have fear or they don't care, right? It's nothing. They're not thinking like, oh, dang, if I act, they're not looking at nobody judging them. Oh, they look like that. They might say no. They might not. They look like they good already. Like, no, I'm not going to ask them, right? This is stuff like grown ups, right? You start thinking of a whole thing. Stop thinking. Thinking is ruining you. Right. And I know some of y'all like, well, I gotta think. Obviously, you don't, because the stuff you thinking has you where you are right now. So obviously you ain't thinking the right stuff. You need some new thinking. The stuff you thinking has you in the situation in life you are right now. I know some people getting mad. Oh no, it's not that. It's because look at you. You still want to blame people. You still don't want to boss up. You still don't want to. You still want to find no, because so and so did this and this person did that. And no, it's your thinking. You're thinking, you having the thoughts, you having the ideas, you having the visions, you having the dreams of how you want to be, but you're not listening to them. You got to change your environment, like Jenny said. Get out, come to the Boss Moms Club. This will help you work on your environment. This is a new environment. This is an environment you need that'll help you evolve the rest of your environment outside of here. All right, so that's what it's about. Being bossy. We're gonna help you boss up. We're not gonna sit there and just cry. Oh yes, oh yes. Oh, we know. Oh my God, it's so hard. Everybody got stuff hard. What you gonna do about it? You gotta boss up and come up with a solution. Start working on a solution. Be childlike, and just do the steps, do the actions required. Not being like, oh no, I can't do it because it's not already telling yourself a whole story. That's the opposite of being bossy. Being bossy is just doing it. I got to get it done. Let's get it done. Let's do this. Anybody else want to say anything with Miss Asha?
Definitely. I had to get on my phone because the laptop was laptopping. I don't know what the laptop was doing. Grateful Day, Queens. I also believe that being bossy is handling your business, like making sure that your paperwork is together, making sure that, especially if you have kids too, like making sure you have life insurance for yourself, life insurance for your kids, a will. Like these are a lot of things that people don't want to think about. They don't want to handle, especially when it comes to death. A lot of people don't like dealing with making sure their business is in order with death because people feel like they have so much time. But the reality is you don't know how much time you have. So handle your business as soon as possible, especially because you want to think about who you want handling your life when that time comes. Like, who do you want your beneficiary to be, right? Who do you want to have the final say of what do you want? If you're on, for example, life support, do I stay plugged up? Some people won't keep you plugged up. They'll unplug you, won't let you fight, will just believe what the doctors say and just let you go. You know what I'm saying? So that's, to me, is what being bossy is pulling up your big boy drawers, your big girl pants, and handling those things that a lot of people don't want to handle, making sure that your affairs are in order for yourself, and then also making sure that if you have children, your affairs are also in order for your children as well too. And I see a lot of, because the goal is to not have GoFundMes. The goal is to not have to outsource and reach out to other people to help you celebrate a loved one. And it happens to so many people, so many of us. And I just want to be an example to show my son, like, look, affairs are in order. Take care of your business first and foremost. You can have everything else that you want. You will have everything else that you want. However, also make sure that you're handling your business, because I brought you into this world. So my goal is never to leave you with any large bills, any nothing. Handle your debt, handle your business. Like, that's, to me, is what being bossy is really handling your business, because You could be leveling up. You could be having the car you want, the house you want, everything you want, and your affairs still not be in order. And that to me is not being bossy. You may look like a boss, act like a boss, dress like a boss, talk like a boss, got the mindset, but your papers may not be in order. So I feel like it's a combination of all those things, especially making sure that your papers is in order. And I'm currently right now in motion of making sure that all of my papers and affairs are in order, because that's being bossy. And then also showing my siblings and everybody else that maybe this may not be a conversation you want to talk about. However, we need to know. I need to know. Like, my parents brought me into this world, yes. However, they are not my beneficiaries. I don't want them to have the final say to say what to do with my life, because they're not just in the environment that I am in. And so for that reason alone, I don't want them to be my beneficiaries. However, if you don't have those documents that backs that up, they gonna make that final decision of what happens and where your money go and all. No, So I think that's a big part of being bossy, and a luxury too, to answer that question of things that we have that I don't take for granted is definitely the foundation of water, air, food, whether the food may be healthy or not, just having access to food, because a lot of people just they're not able to eat, and having a roof over your head. Those are luxuries and waking up every day. Those to me are luxuries that people don't cherish enough. So those are mine. And then also my biggest one also is being able to have access to better, being able to have access to better, being able to see it from people who come from my community, people who look like me, people who are literally winning and showing me how to work on personal and professional development on an everyday basis. That's a luxury, because not everybody has that, and it's possible for everybody to have. However, everybody's not open enough to have that, or they just haven't attracted it yet, right? And so I'm just grateful to be able to say, oh, I have a trillionaire, billionaire, millionaire friend. I have a millionaire friend who called me and said, hey, you're my friend. And I was like, we're friends. Like, and I love that, because it's bigger than us, and it's just showing me more things of what I have to do to continue to obtain the lifestyle that I want. And I'm just grateful for access, grateful to ask questions to people who are doing things that I want to do, or doing things that are in the same area of what I want to do, just having steps to know how to do it, what to do it. Because when the world starts putting out all these stories of different things happening, I'm grateful for the inside news to know what's really going on. Or even if I don't know what's really going on, I'm not worried. I'm not scared. I'm not any of those negative things. And I'm not in a frenzy, because I know I'm in the right environment. I know that I'm going to be good regardless, because I'm in the right environment. Because we have people who sacrifice partying and living a lifestyle that maybe they wanted to live. However, they sacrificed that to figure out how to be on the other percent of the world, to really make it happen and to teach other people. So I'm grateful for that access, and I don't take that for granted.
Yes. Thank you for sharing that, Miss Ash. I hope y'all was really listening. Don't let that go over your head. What she said having your affairs in order is bossy. Like, that's the ultimate bossy, because you could, like she said, you could do cars and this and talk and look, but at the end of it all, is a complete bossiness to have your affairs in order, because you could have all that, and then at the end of your time, it's like you did all of that, and now someone else can control the outcome of what you just did while you was here. Like, that is really bossy. That is the conversations I've been having. Yeah, they do be uncomfortable. And when you have I feel like always thought about it, but now that when you have a kid, you really think like, dang, what would they have for them, like, nah, I gotta make sure, I am making sure, so like she said, you do not want the wrong, I don't care if they family members, you don't want the wrong people in control of what you had going on, because
Mhm.
or what you don't want that. We controlling what we got going on now, but when you're not here, you don't want the wrong people having control. So yes, that is super bossy. The conversation itself is bossy. So definitely make sure, those are things y'all getting together as boss moms, as boss women. Make sure we are doing that. Cause I definitely had those kind of conversations and was like, who would be, who would I designate and things like that. So thank you, Miss Ash, for sharing that. Y'all could hear it on the replay. Rewind it and write it down.
Right, exactly. Because that definitely is bullshit. Because that's what I was even saying. You over here wanting to be outside, acting bad. Meanwhile, you don't got your affairs in order. So you acting bad. Acting bad sounds like a high risk situation to me. So you shouldn't be acting bad until you got your affairs in order. Like that don't even make no sense. You out here just acting bad, risking, God forbid, something happens to you. Now you're not here with your kids, and who's taking care of them? So get your affairs. At least do that before you act bad. Don't just be like sacrifices some of being outside and getting that. Don't even take long to get that type of stuff in order. Then you could go out, act bad the next weekend. Make sure your policies in effect. Act bad the next weekend.
I had an unfortunate. I know of someone that I know. They had an unfortunate situation where they're no longer here because of hanging with the wrong people or whatever, and it was just like she's a mother, she's a wife, and she just whatever her situation was, she was going through something mentally, and then she was hanging with the wrong people, and it got to the point where she drugs, and then now she's not here. So it's like that was obviously not the best decision for her, but who knows if she has stuff in order, because when the family's saying, oh, it's this much to bury someone, is this and that shows you like things wasn't in order, and people don't want to hear that. People don't want to hear, oh, you're not going to hear it at the time. I'm not going to say it to you at the time, but it's like, if you had that in order, you wouldn't be on Facebook asking people to help support you. You're going to do what you got to do, but you wouldn't need to do that.
That's actually clean. It just has stains on it.
We see it all the time. We just see it all the time. And
clothes gotta be washed.
When our children, we're not going to be those people. And we want to help other people, not be those people. Like, seriously, yes, Jenny. For me too. I had to hear it, and I had to see things, and I had to sit there and realize stuff too. Like, yo, I'm not wasting no time. Like,
right, like they say, time
definitely.
Time is, people say time is money. Time is not money. Time is infinitely more valuable than money. It's way more valuable than money. You can't get it back, right? So to keep things. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, D.
No, go.
A lot of people too may not know like what these affairs are. I know I truthfully didn't, because it wasn't talked about in my family. To me, it wasn't. So a lot of people may be, they may lack it. They may not know, like, oh wait, there's life insurance, there's this, there's that. And so, don't be ignorant to knowledge. Just know that even though you may know as much as you know, there's always a next level of information that you don't know. And my grandmother, her passing this year on Resurrection Sunday, she had every single one of her affairs in order. Like, even though her children were, are distraught, and, they had to handle and put all of that together between her businesses, the community, her daycare, all of these things, her affairs were still in order. She already knew who she wanted to handle what, who she wanted to get her dress, who she wanted. Like, she had everything written down to the T. And I'm like, even if those emotions of, even if the person people that you put in charge of that may feel stressed by that, they less stressed about the fact that they don't got to figure that out. It's already handled for them. So just do your research on your own, figuring out what affairs do I need, all the way down to, I'm gonna give you another example. My son and I are about to start our chiropractor services. And when we come into the world, all of us are actually supposed to go to a chiropractor. However, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people have been saying like, oh, what are you going to a chiropractor for? Like, oh, for what? Like, people just know, go to the doctors. Chiropractor is a holistic way of healing without the medicine, without the drugs, without, all of these different things. And I only know that, and it's only because I researched that during my pregnancy, So I feel like you got to just do your own research to whatever area it is in your life to really just continue to learn and continue to grow in each area. Even if I'm a great mom, I'm gonna be a great mom, there's still a lot of stuff we don't know. What was they doing back in the 1960 somethings when we ain't have all of this? Like, what was the natural way of everybody doing stuff? Like, just learn. Don't be ignorant to knowledge, because it's always something new to learn that we just don't know. And I just want to know the things that I don't know, so I can make sure that I'm being a great example for myself, for my seed and my seeds, as a leader, people looking at you, following you. I want people to follow me for the right reasons, not because of what they may see in the physical. I want them to dig deep and follow me for everything else too,
Amen. I agree with that. Right. I want real followers, like genuine followers. Like they can really tell you, like, no, it's like, like they know this is not just a trend. They get the power. They understand. And that's why the song that I'm going to play, Taking Us Out, is so bossy. I love it. It goes with everything we talked about. Obviously, listen to the words. Miss Ash, Boss Mom Ash, is the reason why I even know these guys. They're going to be another one that's going to wind up being on Boss Mom Star Radio, because I'm telling you, we're going to be part of the reason why more people listen to affirmation music, because you need to stay intentional, right? Being bossy is also staying intentional with what you listen to, what goes into your brain. So what you listen to matters. So don't think like, oh, you listen to a song and you just, oh, it's the words or the kids. I'm telling you, I'm still hearing songs to this day that I listened to as a child. I'm like, I absolutely, like, even though it was metaphorical, what they were talking about, I should not have been singing as a child. Like, this should not have been in my head to associate these words in this manner. So it matters. It matters. She wearing that tutu? Oh my gosh. All right. Anyway. I'm looking at my daughter getting dressed. Anyway, so yeah, this song I'm about to play is very bossy. Listen to the words. Like I said, it goes with everything we already talked about. And it should help keep you bossy. Right? You feeling like you're not bossy? Listen to this. Where is it? I thought I queued it up already. Oh, I thought I queued it up already.
Oh, you ain't cue the song though?
I definitely did, but I don't know what happened. She has food, right? She has food. It's in the pot in the fridge. And she got sweet potatoes. Give her some sweet potatoes. All right, here we go, y'all. Who is this calling me? Okay, here we go, y'all. Here we go.
That sound like an office phone.
Here we go. I think therefore I am therefore I am. I think therefore I am therefore I am. Nothing is by me, all the way up, therefore I am. I think therefore I am therefore I am. Greatness, 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 greatness. Never on basic, when I see a dream, I create it. Greatness, never on basic, when I see a dream, I will create. I'm aligned with my divine purpose. I've mastered my energy. Understanding the big picture comes so natural to me. My life moves effortless, effortless. My life moves effortless, effortless. I'm aligned with my divine purpose. I've mastered my energy. Understanding the big picture comes so natural to me. My life moves effortless, effortless. My life moves effortless, effortless. I
I am, therefore I am. I think, therefore I am, therefore I am. Nothing can stop me all the way up, therefore I am. I think, therefore I am, therefore I am. Greatness, greatness, greatness. Never gonna face it. I see a dream. I create it. Greatness. Never gonna face it. When I see a dream, I will see. I think therefore I am, therefore I am. I think therefore I am, therefore I am. Nothing can stop me all the way up, therefore I am. I think therefore I am, therefore I am. I'm alive with my divine purpose. I master my energy. Understanding the big picture comes so natural to me. My life moves effortless, effortless. My life moves effortless, effortless. I think therefore I am, therefore I am. I think therefore I am, therefore I am. Nothing can stop me all the way up, therefore I am. I think therefore I am, therefore I am. Greatness, greatness, greatness. Never gonna place it. When I see a dream, I create it. Greatness. Never gonna place it. When I see a dream, I will reach. Greatness, greatness, greatness.
Greatness. Okay. Yes, your greatness. Right. That's I'm about to start saying. Address me as your greatness. Okay. Yes, your greatness. Like you gotta being bossy is knowing your greatness, right? I think, therefore I am, therefore I am. Right? He's like he said the same words over and over again. Right? Why? Because you need to beat that in your head and believe that about yourself. You need to beat that in your head and believe that about yourself. Never going basic. So I see a dream, I will create it. You see it happening, start doing the actions necessary, changing your environment, whatever the necessary actions are at each step, just time, do what you gotta do to make it happen. Don't think that the dream happening right away looks like the dream happening. It's steps that gotta take so you can make room for the dream to happen. So start doing all those little things that you need to do. Okay? What he said? He said, I am aligned with my divine purpose. I've mastered my energy. Let's go back. I've mastered my energy. That's part of your mindset. You have to learn to master your energy. This is only for the people who really want to get with the life that you like, what you see in your head and you feel it like it's already here. This is who we talking to. Like, but not if you don't see that and you like, oh no, life is exactly how it is right now. Not for you. Like, get off right now. Like, we're not talking to you. Master your energy. He said, I'm aligned with my divine purpose. I master my energy. Understanding the bigger picture comes natural to me. Understanding the big, if you master your energy, understand the big picture is gonna come. Like you not even have to think about it. Like it's already what we talk about. You're unconsciously competent. You made it to that fourth level. You don't think about it. You don't give your energy to stuff that's not gonna help with the bigger picture. You get the bigger picture. It's so clear. You like, yeah, I definitely don't. You don't even got to say I don't have time for this. Like you literally just won't act on it. You won't respond to it because you already know my energy cannot go there. Right? You definitely want to get there. That's part of being bossy. So the work is the mental. All right. So you see how that song go, what we were talking about? Right? Mastering your energy, your greatness. That's what's in you. It's in you. All right. So loving you, your greatness, and mastering it so that way you can live the life you desire. It's important. So go put that song in your playlist if you don't have it on it. Because I'm so happy and grateful now that I made this call today. Yes. Right. Being live is nothing like being live. However, if you want to replay, see you later. Have a great day. Love you. You got to be on a replay. Watch the replay. Right. Still feel that energy. Re-exude it. You got anything you want to say? Big Mama Jen with the robe.
Go ahead, Jen.
Nah, I love that song. But nah, we gonna let Miss Ash close this out.
He said my life moves effortlessly. I told you, effortless.
I love them a lot because they're men, and they show other men how to speak power into themselves. Like we have a lot of examples of women, on here. Tony Jones is a fave, right? So it's amazing to have men now speaking life into themselves and showing not just men, however, I'm really just speaking for the men because it's definitely heavily needed for the men to just start speaking more life, into themselves. And they talk about so many different things from greatness, right? Putting themselves first, what they attract, like money, and it just shows the power of men speaking to themselves, and especially a Black man, like speaking that power into yourself. Imagine how you feel. A lot of men look for, oh, is the woman uplifting me? Is, do you make me feel good? First of all, do you make yourself feel good? Do you speak positive words to yourself? Like, how do you talk to yourself? Do you feel secure? Do you feel confident? Do you feel all these different things? And that's why I really love them, because they awesome. Like, they songs, it's like they go into some songs give you more of a hip hoppy kind of style. Some songs you got R&B, some songs, and I just feel like a lot of people sometimes may feel like, oh, that's not my flow. So your flow is not speaking positive to yourself. Your flow is not affirming these great things over your life, over yourself. I'm confused. How do you ever expect to be, like, I'll be confused. So I really love it, and I'm so happy that we're attracting more and more artists, more and more people who affirm themselves. It's beautiful.
Mhm. I love it. Yeah, I'm glad you put me onto them, because everything you said about them, exactly. Like, they songs are so on point and word. Like you said, what is your flow? Like, I'm confused. Like, I felt that part hard. Like, yeah, matter of fact, get that energy away, because if that's not your flow, you're definitely not my person. Right? But there's nothing we can really do over here at all. But yeah, I'm glad
Like, for the
it's
people who got,
cool.
like, make your male children listen to, they need to see male representations of that too. And like Sage, he be dancing to them, so I be hyped because he liked the other stuff. However, when he hear particular songs, when they play on a playlist every day, whatever he doing, he just stop and just start getting in his
Yeah.
zone. I'm like, that's what I want you to do. I want you to feel good as a man, and a man need to say that to you too, not just always the female. It need to be, you need to have both. You need to have both balance.
Amen. Exactly. Yeah, my daughter too. She loved the "I'm rich" one. I'm rich. I'm rich. She just be singing it. I'm like, yes, like, this is the stuff we want them bumping to, and right, the right words go in your head. You still turned up, lit, all that. So I love what they did. I love what they did, and they're gonna be on the show. Watch. Somebody watch. Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna remember these episodes that I said they was gonna be here. They gonna be here. Oh, what up? Listen, God, it's regular. I already know you was gonna be here. It's nothing new, right? Because that's when you manifest things. That's how you are. You already know. Like, you don't when it's happening, you don't feel surprised. You did stuff for this to happen. That's what we trying to tell y'all. So hopefully y'all getting it. So hopefully somebody that's just clicking for you. You like, you know what? I got it. Right. And we want to hear your story. Share in the comments your story, your thoughts. Share this with somebody that you know needs to see this. If you needed to see this, let us know. Right. We want to hear from you. Boss Moms Club is here. Right. We want you to keep it intentional, keep it bossy, because you are a boss. You are greatness. Okay, your greatness. All right, so we're gonna go out on that note. We love y'all. We will see y'all on the next episode. Keep it bossy.